Joseph here, and you need to hear this because the Cowboys may still have one move left that could completely change this offseason. Just when it looked like the roster was set, a potential trade has emerged that could solve one of the team's biggest weaknesses on defense. Is Dallas about to make the move that changes everything? Stay with me until the end because the details might surprise you. And if you're a true Cowboys fan who never wants to miss breaking news, hit subscribe and turn on notifications right now. Even after an incredibly active offseason, it feels like the Dallas Cowboys aren't quite finished yet. Jerry Jones and the front office deserve credit for completely reshaping the defense. Compared to last season, this unit looks faster, younger, and much more athletic. But here's the problem, Cowboys Nation. There's still one position that comes with a lot of uncertainty: linebacker. When you look at the current group, there's definitely talent, but there are also plenty of question marks. DeMarvion Overshown has shown exciting flashes every time he's been on the field, but injuries have unfortunately become a major concern. Fans know just how talented he can be, but can Dallas truly count on him staying healthy for an entire season? Then there's D. Winters, who has potential but may be better suited as a rotational linebacker rather than an every-down starter. Behind him, rookies Jyshawn Barham and Shamar James have exciting upside, but they're still completely unproven at the NFL level. That's why one name continues to make more and more sense for Dallas: Jordyn Brooks. If you've watched Brooks over the last couple of seasons, you know exactly why so many analysts believe he'd be a perfect fit. In 2025, he wasn't just good, he was one of the very best linebackers in football. Brooks earned first-team All-Pro honors after putting together an incredible season. He led the entire NFL with an unbelievable 183 tackles while adding 13 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, 3 passes defended, and a fumble recovery. According to Pro Football Focus, he ranked among the league's elite in stopping the run while also being one of the better pass-rushing linebackers. Simply put, he's the kind of player who immediately makes everyone around him better. And that's exactly what Dallas needs. The Cowboys improved this offseason, but consistency was still a major issue last year. The defense struggled against the run at times and didn't always generate enough pressure without relying heavily on Micah Parsons. Adding Brooks would instantly bring leadership, experience, and reliability to the middle of the defense. What's even more interesting is that Dallas has reportedly already shown interest in Brooks earlier this offseason. So why hasn't a trade happened? The biggest question isn't whether Dallas wants him, it's whether the Miami Dolphins are ready to move him. Believe it or not, there's actually a strong argument that Miami should consider it. Brooks enters the final year of his contract and will turn 29 during the season. If the Dolphins believe they're entering more of a rebuilding phase, they could decide that collecting future draft picks makes more sense than keeping a veteran whose prime years may not perfectly match their timeline. We've already seen Miami make surprising moves by trading away valuable talent before, so another unexpected deal can't be completely ruled out. Now let's talk about what this could cost Dallas. Unlike some of the blockbuster trade rumors involving superstar players, acquiring Brooks wouldn't require giving away multiple first-round picks. A package centered around a third-round selection could realistically be enough, possibly with a late-round pick included to finalize the deal. The Cowboys still have valuable day 2 selections available over the next 2 drafts, giving them enough flexibility to make a competitive offer without sacrificing their future. The salary cap does create another challenge. Dallas currently doesn't have a ton of available cap space, and Brooks carries a significant salary for this season. However, with some creative restructuring, it's certainly possible to make the numbers work. If Dallas completed the trade, the next priority would likely be negotiating a contract extension. The Cowboys wouldn't want Brooks to become just a one-year rental after giving up draft capital. Fortunately, there haven't been any signs that Brooks is looking to force his way into a new contract immediately, giving Dallas some flexibility if a deal were to happen. When you put everything together, this feels like one of the most realistic impact moves still available before the season begins. The Cowboys have already done a great job rebuilding their defense, but Jordyn Brooks could be the final piece that transforms this unit from promising into one that can truly compete with the NFL's best. Cowboys Nation, one of the biggest questions surrounding this team right now isn't about the offense, it's about whether the defense can finally become reliable under new defensive coordinator Christian Parker. When Dallas hired Parker away from the Philadelphia Eagles earlier this year, the move didn't generate the same headlines as a blockbuster trade or a first-round draft pick. But make no mistake, this could end up being the most important addition the Cowboys made all offseason. Now, as training camp gets closer, analysts are starting to ask the big question: can Christian Parker turn this defense into a playoff-caliber unit? According to ESPN's Ben Sullick, the answer is actually yes. In fact, Solak believes Dallas doesn't need to build an elite defense overnight. Instead, he says the Cowboys simply need to become an average defense by the time the playoffs arrive. That may not sound exciting at first, but think about it. If Dallas already has one of the league's better offenses, pairing it with a defense that's simply solid instead of struggling could completely change the team's ceiling. Solak believes the defensive line has enough talent to make that happen. He points to players like Quinnen Williams creating disruption up front, while Rashawn Gary, Donovan Ezeuruako, Malachi Lawrence, and Kenny Clark provide valuable depth and pass rushing ability. The idea is simple: if your defensive front consistently pressures opposing quarterbacks, it makes life much easier for the rest of the defense. And that's exactly what Parker is hoping to build. Even if the defense starts slowly, Solak believes it only needs to hit its stride during November and December. If that happens, Dallas could realistically win around 10 games, compete for the NFC East title, and enter the playoffs as a dangerous team nobody wants to face. But that's not the only interesting development coming from Cowboys camp. One player who could quietly become a surprise contributor this season is Sam Williams. After re-signing with Dallas on a one-year, $2.5 million contract, Williams revealed that he's making a significant position change under Parker's new defensive system. Instead of playing defensive end like he did in last year's 4-3 defense, Williams will now line up as an outside linebacker in Parker's new 3-4 scheme. And judging by his comments, he couldn't be happier. Williams said this role allows him to use both his speed and strength more naturally, adding that it's the same position he played during his college days at Ole Miss. In other words, this isn't asking him to learn something completely new. It's actually putting him back in a role where he already feels comfortable. Sometimes, a move like that can completely unlock a player's potential. Williams also shared his first impressions of Christian Parker, and his comments paint a picture of a coach who's wasting no time establishing his authority. According to Williams, Parker is extremely direct. He said the new coordinator isn't interested in long discussions or debates. He tells players exactly what he expects, and that's the standard everyone will follow. That kind of leadership is exactly what many Cowboys fans have been hoping to see after last season's defensive struggles. Finally, there's another piece of Cowboys news that's exciting plenty of fans. First-round draft pick Caleb Downs has officially settled on jersey number 13. His jersey is now available through the Cowboys Pro Shop, putting an end to weeks of speculation. Many fans wondered whether Downs would somehow reclaim the number 2 jersey he wore at Ohio State, but that number currently belongs to Kobe Durant. Any rumors about a possible jersey swap have now faded, making number 13 the number Cowboys fans will be seeing this season. While a jersey number may seem like a small detail, it's another sign that one of Dallas' most exciting young players is getting ready for his first NFL season. And if Christian Parker can successfully develop players like Downs while getting the most out of veterans such as Sam Williams, this defense may end up surprising a lot of people. The Cowboys don't necessarily need to become the best defense in football. They simply need to become good enough to complement an offense that's already capable of winning games. If that happens, Dallas could be a legitimate threat once the postseason begins. If you enjoyed this update, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Dallas Cowboys news throughout the season.